Alrighty guys, what is going on everybody? Welcome back here to another live forecast, my friends. I hope you guys are doing good out there. Glad to have y'all here for another weather update, my friends. We got a lot of new information for you today. Mid-range models are starting to come through, for one. Also, they did upgrade the risk area, or they changed the overall risk area, as we are going to be talking about. So, there's actually places of Tennessee now at risk. But anyways, we'll get into that here in a moment. Anyways, my friends, what's going on, everybody? Hope y'all are doing good out there. Glad to have y'all here. Hope everyone's doing good. Let's go and see who we have here for today. We have Catman, we have Mark, we have Minions, we have Lucy, we have Tony. Let's see here. We have ourselves Roadster Jim, we have Crystal, we have Rain, we have Mark, we have Ponderosa, we have Joseph. Let's see, MP, USA Ball, Keto. What's up, guys, and everybody else I may have missed. I hope you guys are doing good out there. Glad to have y'all here. So, like I was mentioning though, we do have ourselves a new area that has been highlighted here. I'm gonna go ahead and hop you guys over here to it now. We're gonna hop over here to the SPC, the Storm Prediction Center here. So let's go ahead and do that here. So actually, before we dive into the big event here, which is for Saturday, Friday. We do actually have ourselves a marginal risk that's been added from the Storm Prediction Center for portions of eastern Oklahoma, out there by northeast Texas. Just north of Dallas region, though, there is that going on there. We also have central western Arkansas, southwestern portions of Missouri overall, so we have a marginal level 1 severe weather threat. So Friday is when it all begins. That's whenever it's going to start to pop off here. So Friday, across portions here, once again, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Texas, Missouri, has a small risk for severe weather out there that we'll be needing to look out there for. Anyways, but the big day is Saturday. Look at this. So here's Saturday's risk. They actually did extend it up to the north, kind of the northeast here, to where now Memphis, Tennessee is now in a 15% risk for severe weather. And once again, if you guys don't know what that means, basically means that every single 25 miles, so imagine a box 25 miles by 25 miles in the yellow, there's a 15% chance that severe weather could happen within that region overall. So we'll have to be looking out there for that. What's up, Robin? Hope you're doing good. What's up, Huld? Hope you're doing all right as well. Brandy says, is there an email to get a hold of me? We have a Discord. Our Discord's down in the description. Download Discord and join our channel. And you can DM me if you have any questions. Feel free to. Anyways, let's see here. Mark! Coming in here with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, dude. Greatly appreciated. Absolutely rock, man. Saying, shall we begin? Dude, thank you so much, Mark. You are an awesome dude. I really appreciate you, man. Huge thank you. Thanks, man. Let's see here. Polar Vortex 2 and MP? Holy cow, you guys. Thank you all so much. You guys right off the bat are super sweet. I really appreciate y'all's support here. Huge shout out goes to Mark, Polar Vortex, and MP. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much, y'all. That is super sweet of you guys. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, guys. That's super nice of you. MP, Polar Vortex, Mark, you guys, y'all are awesome. Much love to you. Thank you so much for helping us out. You guys are awesome. Now, I tell you what, we're gonna hop over here to the models. I really just want to dive right on into it, considering, like I said, we have some mid-range model support now, like the NAM. The NAM is now out, in which we are actually seeing, a bit of higher resolution information coming through. Now, the first thing I want to look at is the available energy or the instability. Think of this as the thunderstorm juice, for the storms out there. Whenever it comes to it here, the thunderstorm juice actually is not bad. And as we mentioned here, whenever it comes to, let's see, Crystal coming in here with a $2 Cash App support as well. You guys are so sweet. Thank you all. Guys, you all seriously don't have to do that. Crystal, thank you. You are awesome. All of you guys are. Thank you so much for all the people who support us. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you guys so much. But what I was saying here is that the available energy for the thunderstorms and stuff seems pretty high, actually. Or decent, I should say. Compared to like the GFS showing us, right around 500 joules per kilogram, the NAM shows about 1,000 to 1,500 joules per kilogram, which that is enough energy to allow for severe thunderstorms to pop off here. It looks like, honestly, it kind of seems like, the available energy kind of works its way throughout Arkansas as well, considering you guys are in that risk there. But the NAM model, honestly, does not show that much instability for Missouri. Which was interesting. So maybe the activity could be a little bit, lower on the Missouri side compared to what we were thinking here yesterday with some of the models here. So the NAM shows that here. Let's see here. Linda coming in with a $2 support as well. You guys, y'all seriously don't have to do all that. That is so sweet of you. Linda, thank you so much, saying I love that intro song. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. That is very sweet of y'all. Guys, big shout out to all the supporters, guys. Seriously, you all are so sweet. Thank you so much. Kaylee, we'll get into zip codes here in a little bit. I want to kind of go over the overall picture first, and then we'll dive into the zip codes. But we'll get to that here eventually. So we'll do that in this live stream as well. But anyways, like I was saying though, I mean, the instability, it is available. It is available here. Kind of starting here for the morning, kind of really early morning. It looks like of Saturday. We could get some nighttime storms popping off here. We're going to be live for this here, obviously. And of course, that instability or that thunderstorm energy works its way here to the east, possibly even driving some severe weather out there towards, like Alabama, maybe even Florida's panhandle could see some of that activity. I'm going to hop back to the latest GFS, though. The reason is because, obviously we've been monitoring the GFS for the last little bit, and it's obviously good to gather as many opinions as possible here overall. But whenever it comes to it, it looks like, honestly, maybe a bit of that thunderstorm activity could work its way throughout portions here, once again, of like, Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana. I mean, look at that. That's a big uptrend from the GFS, showing a ton of energy available for severe weather out there. I mean, we're talking, like over 1,000 joules per kilogram. I know it's a lot of nerd talk, but it's basically telling us we have a lot of energy in the atmosphere for thunderstorms to pop off. So there's going to be thunderstorms. There's going to be thunderstorms, no cap either. There is. I'm not saying slang as in cap. I know a lot of people think that, but no, cap's actually a thing in weather. Think of it as a blanket that covers pretty much the lower atmosphere most of the time, and it basically prevents thunderstorms from happening. So when I'm saying there's no cap, meaning, I know that's pretty slang, but no cap in weather means good for thunderstorms. It means that thunderstorms will fire off here. I'm not. But anyways, yeah, so like I said, the energy's there. We're looking pretty good, honestly, for severe weather out there. So once again, Louisiana, I mean, even portions of Mississippi, Alabama, heck, I'd even say portions of the Carolinas, maybe even seeing a bit of severe weather potential out there. It seems like that has been an increase in the models here for the last little bit overall. Now, another thing I do want to talk about here, like I said, so that's all your energy. Remember, that's all your thunderstorm juice. That's basically where, your instability is. So that blue area, there's a lot of fuel for these thunderstorms. So I'm going to go ahead and circle that area. Now, one of the things that really concerns me, because like I was saying, all hazards is a concern here. I mean, tornadoes, large-hail damaging winds. If we take a look at the lower level winds here, for that specific time period, so that red area is where all that energy was at. Whenever it comes to it here, we have a decent lower level jet. What I mean by that is the jet stream. I'm sure you probably heard that term. Basically, a big current of air. This is across the lower atmosphere, so a couple thousand feet up in the air. So this is relatively close to the ground, and we are seeing these winds over 35 knots. Now, if you don't know, 30, 35, or really 35, 40 plus knots can produce sometimes some strong tornadoes. So with that lower level jet stream we have in favor here, it looks like there could be, a bit of, tornadic activity. And actually, like I was saying, that's kind of one of the main concerns overall, is the potential out there for tornadoes. I'm going to grab a sounding across northern Louisiana. I know this is a bunch of scary stuff you're about to see here. I know you guys don't understand any of this here, or most of you probably don't. But I will explain it to you. So basically what's happening here, here's your ground level. So this is at the surface. This is 15 kilometers up in the atmosphere. So we're going up in the atmosphere. The red is your temperature. So here is 0 degrees Celsius. So that's your freezing line right here. So the freezing point hits at this level here, which is a little over 3 kilometers. So you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Quick little simple way. So there is actually a pretty dry atmosphere. The green is your dew point. The red is your temperature. The further they are apart, the more drier, the lower humidity there is. So you see across the mid-levels of the atmosphere here, there's actually some pretty dry conditions, which that actually could favor some large hail, I believe. So large hail seems to be a big concern there. Wet bulb temperatures actually get really low, which allows for rapid hail growth to occur. So decape, which is your downdraft energy, think of that as your thunderstorm fuel, but just in your storms downdrafts. That leads to damaging wind threats. So damaging winds, hail, and I think tornadoes could be possible too. Across the lower atmosphere, the winds are moving to the northeast, and as you go up in the atmosphere, they do change slightly more to the east here. So there is a veering wind shear pattern here. So across the lower atmosphere, we are seeing ourselves a bit of rotation in the lower atmosphere out of some of these storms. Seems to be possible. So with that being said, tornadoes seems to be a concern. Damaging winds and hail all seems to be a possibility, in which we're going to definitely need to be on the lookout there for that. But anyways, like I was mentioning here, lower level jet stream does seem to be pretty strong. This is kind of for late Saturday, the timing out of that sounding we just took. I should probably mention that a little bit ago. But that's where your instability is at its strongest here overall. And actually, I think I have the NAM for this time period too. Look at that. So the NAM has nearly the same thing, although just a lot higher resolution, as you guys can tell. Over 1,000 joules per kilogram of instability, which once again, that's just picture it. That's enough energy for thunderstorms. That's enough energy for thunderstorm activity. So that's a good amount of energy for thunderstorms, overall. So here's another sounding kind of for that same area, but this one's off the NAM model. And honestly, the two similarities here that I can show you is that the dry atmosphere is still persistent both on the GFS and the NAM. So I think hail is going to be a big problem here for Saturday evening for portions of like northern Louisiana. Let's see here, decape around 900. So that's also showing the potential for damaging winds out there. So basically, your downwards energy, a big a big blast of air coming down from your thunderstorm, and that's actually changing the winds to be pushing towards the surface essentially. So that could lead to some damaging wind gusts, probably over 60 miles per hour potentially. Your dew points at the surface, upper 60s. That's perfect. So we're getting a lot of moisture. These storms are really getting kicked off here. A lot of moisture, decent amount of instability. Storm tops are kind of, I won't really say too low, but they're not the highest. Just around 10 kilometers tall, the thunderstorms are. So, not too bad. But anyways, so that's that, honestly. So it seems like all hazards could be possible. Once again, tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds. So we'll definitely need to be looking out there for that overall. Anyways, let's see here. What's up, Ricky? Hope you're doing good. Glad to have you here. Let's see. Ricky says, is this on the 9th of December? So, yes, this is on the 9th of December here. It's actually going to start here for probably the late 8th across portions of Texas. Now, the NAM kind of shows a heavy cap in place, so storms might have a hard time trying to fire off here. But the main event's going to be happening here for the later 9th, and maybe even into the morning of the 10th could possibly happen. So I do plan on being live here for this event, so we'll be here to keep you all informed and all that fun stuff. As the event does kick off, essentially. So we'll definitely need to be live for this here. And look at this. So in the latest NAM 3 kilometer model, you can kind of see this long, thin strand here of storms. That is your cold front. That is where your cold front is located. So that's where your thunderstorms is going to be. Now, this is what we call a squall line, or we call it fancy terms a QLCS, which is a quasi-linear convective system. Really fancy name for this long line of storms here. So what this is basically telling us here is that, there's a long line of storms existing here. But the main problem with these long lines is the potential for wind damage and maybe some embedded tornadoes. That is kind of the main concern for lines of thunderstorms. Now, I will mention, though, that this is pretty far out in the mid-range models. I mean, this is here for, 60 hours out, which, for a high-resolution model such as this, it can change quite frequently. But the overall idea is there, giving us that we might see a long line of storms rolling through the region here for basically the late Friday, almost early Saturday commute here. So expect that to be a possibility, and that line is going to work its way here to the east, eventually crossing over Louisiana. Let's see here, portions of, like I said, Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, some of those regions overall. So we'll definitely need to be looking out there for that. Let's see. Xavier says, can I go over the 500 millibar heights and upper level winds so we can see the jet stream is doing? Absolutely. And what you're going to see here is actually a really big, what we call trough. Considering you probably already know what the trough is. I know a lot of you guys probably know what troughing is and ridging is. Whenever it comes to weather, it's pretty shown a lot. It's kind of shown a lot on news stations and stuff like that. But so this is your jet stream here. So obviously at the current moment here we have a lot of what we call ridging across the southern U.S. So basically what's happening here is the jet stream is doing something like this. Big conveyor belt of air. So you see how it's kind of going over Texas. So it's kind of shooting over Texas and then going through the Midwest and the Ohio Valley here. So this is high pressure right here in this area. So that's basically, sunny skies, overall, actually warmer conditions usually too for high pressure systems. But watch it as we work our way down to the event here. So we get something we call a trough. So basically here as we work our way towards the 9th and the 10th, you see how the jet stream has a big dip in it. And actually goes through Texas and then shoots up through the Ohio Valley in a different direction here. So that big trough is actually bringing down cooler air from up north. So actually, that Arctic air is going to start pulling down here into the country, allowing it to get a little cooler. And of course, the opposite phase happens, is you can see how the winds are moving up to the northeast here. They actually drag up a bit of warm air from the Gulf of Mexico. And so basically you're having this big intertwined area of interaction, so between the cold, dry air that's coming in from the back and the warm, moisture-filled air that's coming in from, basically the south. Those all mix together, and that line of interaction is your cold front. That's where the thunderstorms usually happen. So that's what's going on here. That's the big picture. As we have ourselves a big trough, which is a low-pressure system. It's going to be crossing right through the central United States here, popping off here for the 9th into the 10th here overall. But yeah, so this is your 500 millibar analysis here overall. And in which, like I said, this is what we're going to be seeing here for the system. So right now we have ridging across the south. That's going to quickly transition into troughing, come here for the 9th and the 10th, which is going to allow for that storm to pop off there. Anyways, let's see. Let's see. There's certainly going to be wind advisories and high wind watches, warnings also possibly. So I'm glad that you said that, Maddie, because actually what's going on here, I do want to mention this with y'all. See here. I want to bring you guys over here to these models here real quickly, because the thing is with this system, not related to the severe weather per se, but the system in general, the northeast United States. So if you live out there in the northeast, you're not so clear, my friends, because here's the thing. We hop over here to the models. Let's go and bring up the wind gusts here, because as this system rolls by, those winds are expected to get very nasty. I mean, look at that. So we're seeing these winds cranking up across the northeast, places out there towards like eastern New Jersey. We have, portions of Long Island, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine. Those winds are going to be probably over 40 to 50 miles per hour. And some of those coastal areas, I mean, they could even see it heavier. I mean, according to the GFS model here, the one we're looking at the moment, out there by Cape Cod, we are literally looking here at about 50 to 60 knots, which that's about 55 to 65 miles per hour, roughly. So overall, yeah, pretty strong winds will be expected. Now, this is here for the 11th. The morning of the 11th is the time for, probably Cape Cod getting the heaviest of it. It's going to really start to crank up here basically for the 10th, the early 10th, going all through the 10th. The wind should mostly be out by the morning of the 11th. It'll probably be still a little breezy afterwards, but the heaviest is expected here for mostly portions of the 10th. So I would expect all that to kick off there. So if you live up there in the northeast, just know that there's some pretty strong winds rolling through the region here overall. And actually, what I do want to bring you guys over to is I do want to bring y'all over to the models here too as well. To kind of show you what's going on. Now, the latest trend here with this system, so here's the GFS model. Obviously, we get that big troughing motion that does, dip its way down here across the country. It kicks up a lot of rain from that cold front across, the southeastern United States throughout Tennessee Valley area, Ohio Valley, the Mid-Atlantic. But it seems like the models might be hinting towards a bit of winter precipitation on the back end side of this cold front out there, possibly in the upper elevations of West Virginia. I mean, it's possible. I mean, look at this. The GFS shows some really heavy snowfall on the back inside of the system being a potential. I've noticed this for the last couple of GFS runs here. We dropped down the last run. You can see that there as well. The one before that showing a bit of snow. It really seems like the models have actually been trending a bit more snow across the northeast on the back inside of the system. So even like New York State should watch out for the potential of that. And it does work its way to the northeast. But for the most part, it's mostly going to be rain for most of you, okay? It's mostly going to be rain for most of you guys. Now, let me grab another model opinion, because like I said, it's always not a good thing to just look at one in particular model, but honestly, in this case, the CMC model, the one we're looking at now, kind of shows the same thing. On the back inside of that cold front here for basically portions of the 10th, it looks like, or sorry, the 11th, the 10th through the 11th, as those strong winds are going to be rolling through these regions here, we're going to be seeing some snow building in on the backside of the system for portions of the upper elevations between, North Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, portions out there of, Pennsylvania, New York State, potentially. And like I said, a lot of the coastal East Coast, a lot of the coastal, eastern country, we are going to be seeing a lot of heavy rain throughout portions of the Mid-Atlantic into the Northeast coast overall. So I would expect that to be a thing as well. And I do want to grab another model here real quickly. Let's see here. I do want to grab another model here. Wow. Okay, this is the Icon model. This one goes actually really aggressive here and shows some heavy snowfall along with some very heavy rainfall happening across the Northeast. Honestly, rates of that high would not be surprising if we've seen some flooding out of it, honestly. But yeah, overall, a lot of heavy snow, a lot of heavy rain seems to be a good possibility here for the 10th into the 11th for the Northeast. So, you guys better prepare out for, some heavy rainfall and some heavy snowfall in some areas here. So we'll definitely need to be keeping you guys up to date across those regions. Now, right now, regarding the snowfall accumulations, it's a little bit difficult to forecast because a lot of the models show heavier snow than others, which is kind of a little bit hard to predict right now. So I can't give you guys any accumulations at the moment, but I can tell you there is a possibility we could see some rapid accumulations maybe out there towards central eastern New York State. We'll have to continue watching this, but between the 10th and the 11th, it seems like snowfall does seem to be a possibility. Mostly starting off is a lot of heavy rain leading into possibly some snow afterwards that we'll need to be looking out there for. Anyways, let's see. We need the rain here in Mississippi. I hear you. I hear you for sure. A lot of people do need the rain down in the western southeast coast. Absolutely. Let's see. What's the conditions like in St. Louis? Good question. So St. Louis out there, whenever it comes to this event here, honestly, to be fair with you, not a whole lot. The main event kicks off here mostly to your south and to your east as we have this negative tilted trough here. So most of it does happen to your south and east. Now let's take a look at like the GFS model. Honestly, now there is a possibility we could see a little bit of a little bit of precipitation out of it. As we work our way throughout portions here of the 9th and the 10th. But honestly, I really don't think you're going to see too much of this event here, as most of the event is going to be pretty much to your south and east, like I was saying. So I think you should be mostly fine. The thing I would look out there for on this system, though, is, actually the temperatures. Probably getting a little chilly out there and to some degree, because like I said, you can see how the temperatures get up and actually a little warm there. We're basically looking at, upper 50s, lower 60s. Cold front rolls through, and you can actually see how it gets a little chilly here for the morning of the 10th, just right around that freezing point. So that is that. Let's see here. Rhonda says, I'm late. Is Oklahoma getting anything? So Oklahoma is at risk for severe weather here come for the, let's see, let's go to hop you over here. So Oklahoma is at risk here whenever it comes to Friday. So obviously today, it's Wednesday, tomorrow's Thursday. So when it comes Friday, we do have ourselves a marginal risk, which is a severe threat level 1 out of 5. Like I said, there's a scale from 1 to 5. 1 is the lower end tier, but there is a small threat for severe weather across portions of eastern Oklahoma, portions here of northeastern Texas, extreme northeast Texas, western portions of Arkansas, southwestern Missouri. Possibility for a couple of isolated severe thunderstorms being a good possibility, including some areas like Tulsa, Springfield, Missouri, Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, Fort Smith, Arkansas, Fayetteville, Arkansas. Some of those big populated areas is included with that risk overall. Now, whenever it comes to it here, regarding the probability of severe weather, the mode of severe weather, I'm trying to see where they mentioned this here. I believe it's mostly going to be, damaging winds, I believe. Is probably going to be the main concern here for the marginal risk, I believe. Still cannot rule out a couple tornadoes, probably. We'll have to watch out there for that. But remember, the main event pops off here for Saturday. Saturday is the main event, and like I said, for the people who's just now joining us, for an update for you guys, they did increase the overall area of severe weather probability. So you can actually see how we have, the area is now working its way into western Tennessee, including Memphis there. So Memphis is now in the big risk for severe weather. Still is a 15% risk overall, but they just grown the size, which overall increases probability as well, for, overall seeing severe weather. So this is your area of where severe weather is expected here come Saturday. So that is something we definitely need to be, looking out there for. So once again, East Texas, central northern Louisiana, portions of central western Mississippi here, southwestern Tennessee, central, southern, and eastern portions of Arkansas is included as well. Let's see here. Mark, dude, coming in here with a $2 super chat again, man. Thank you, dude. That is so sweet of you, bro. I appreciate that. Seriously, guys, please give Mark a big thank you, as Mark, you have been very, very generous lately of supporting the channel. You're a legend, dude. Thank you so much for all the help and all the support. So thank you so much. Let's see here. Ricky says you deserve so much more subscribers. Oh, thank you, Ricky. That's very sweet of you. Your content is my go-to for weather. Well, like I said, that's very sweet of you. I appreciate it. And like I said, we'll always be here for you guys, during the events, before the events. So, we got you. We got you guys. But thank you so much, Ricky. That's very sweet. What about Central Texas? So, Central Texas is not in the main threat here, as you can see, for Saturday. Come Friday, honestly, I think Central Texas is mostly going to be fine. The reason is because as the system rolls off, there's going to be something we call a cap, like we were talking about earlier. That basically that blanket of warm air that prevents thunderstorms from happening really in the lower atmosphere. So that's going to be basically be preventing thunderstorms from happening. The main threat is going to start across East Texas into portions like these areas here. This is kind of where the main event's going to be popping off here, mostly in East Texas, but for the central side, not so much. Rhonda says, thank you. If you're talking to me, you're very welcome. Let's see. What's up, Colin? Hope you're doing good. Glad to have you here. Let's see here. Crystal coming in again with another Cash App donation. Thank you so much, Crystal. That is so sweet of you as well. You guys are so sweet. Thank you so much, guys. Y'all are awesome. Crystal, thank you from the bottom of my heart. You are awesome as well. I appreciate all of you guys so much. Thank you for all the support. You guys seriously mean everything to me. I really appreciate it. And big thank you to you, Crystal, as well as Mark. Thank you guys, all of y'all, for the donations. You guys are super sweet. Much love to you guys. Thank you so much. Let's see here. What's up, Colin? Hope you're doing good, man. Glad to have you here. Let's see. Eam says I'm right in the mix. Gotcha. Well, stay safe out there, my friend. Let's see here. What's up, April? Hope you're doing good. Rain says I gotta keep. Let's see. I'm gonna keep the snowstorm from coming. Good luck with that. Good luck with that, Rain. But anyways, like I was saying though, the threat starts Friday, kind of Friday evening, for portions of eastern Oklahoma, and like I said, little marginal threat, nothing too crazy as of now. But the main event, once again, is Saturday. This Saturday, we've got to be on the lookout here. Now, I do want to bring you guys over here real quickly to this view. So this is actually the NAM 3K. We work our way down in time. There's actually a bit of snow, as you can see, popping off here for the afternoon of the 8th. So this is just before the big severe weather event pops off here. And you can actually see how we are going to be seeing a bit of snow up across portions here of North South Dakota. So we work our way to the 7th into the 8th here, and then snow rolls through basically for the mid to late 8th here. So for portions of North and South Dakota overall. Now, whenever it comes to like the accumulations and stuff like that, like I said, this is obviously a little ways away. The main event happens here for the 9th. So not all of the accumulation has been accounted for. However, I will show you the 72-hour forecast. So this is how much snow accumulation is expected in the next 72 hours here. So for the extreme northern side there of North Dakota, we are seeing the possibility here of a couple inches. Let's see here if I can actually load this. This thing will actually load here. Well, anyways, the color table has this thing right around like 3-4 inches for portions of the northern side of North Dakota. Couple inches possible up there in extreme northwestern sides of Minnesota as well. A lot of snowfall, actually. Look at this. A lot of snowfall for portions like Colorado. That seems to be, a really good amount of snowfall. Let me actually restart this program here. See if I can get this thing working. It would be a little more helpful if my program would actually work here. Let's see here. Let's see if it works now. And it does. Cool. All right, we're going to hop on back here. So, like I was saying, though, yeah, 3-4 inches across the northern side of North Dakota being possible. A couple inches, 1-2 inches or so could be possible up in northwestern Minnesota, a little bit throughout western upper state Michigan, as well as northern portions here, Wisconsin. Over the next 72 hours as well, like I said, we're seeing a bit of snowfall accumulation out there by Buffalo, maybe around 1 to 3 inches or so could be possible. As far down south as, like northern kind of central portions here of, Pennsylvania, could see a little bit of something out there. So anyways, let's see. Tomorrow, Colin says tomorrow is going to be in the 40s tomorrow. That's a little chilly for my liking personally. But like I was saying, though, is also out there to my friends in Denver area, southwest Denver, 2 to 4 inches seems to be a good possibility out there, so look out there for that. A lot of the upper elevations could break, maybe near double digits in some areas, but for the most part should remain under that. Now, when it comes to the mountain snow for places out there by like, Washington and Oregon State, we're talking a lot of accumulation. We have ourselves a really big jet of precipitation that just keeps on rolling over the northwest. I believe it's actually an atmospheric river, if I'm not mistaken here. Let's actually hop over to the models again. Let's do that now. So across the upper northwest here, yeah, we just have this constant battering of moisture we've been seeing for the last couple of days or so. Just constantly bringing heavy rain, heavy snow for the upper northwest, and you can see that long line there is for those upper elevations driving a lot of heavy snowfall. So for those upper elevations there of Oregon, Washington State, a lot of snowfall is in the forecast here overall. But anyways, okay, so yeah, that's what's going on there. Let's see, does my program want to work this time? Let's see, this is what I can do actually. I realize I could probably pull up the day 5, let's see, day 4 outlook here, maybe. Haha, there we go. Okay, so there's your severe weather threat here for Saturday. We'll keep that one up. Let me actually main screen this real quickly. I'll go ahead and grab all the views real quickly. And we're going to look at the, see if I can pull this thing back up here. Day 4, please work this time. Nope. Yeah, the last couple days my severe weather overlay has not been working for this. But anyways, but yeah, no guys, we are going to be doing some zip codes here soon. So, get your zip codes ready. Overall, let's see. I want to snow in northwest Iowa so bad. You'll get it eventually, You'll definitely, more than likely get it eventually. Let's see. Roadster says, PW coverage. Thanks, Andrew. You're very welcome, Roadster. No problem. Let's see. In my opinion, do I think Saturday they'll upgrade SPC Outlook to a slight risk? So it's already equivalent to a slight risk. I think they'll possibly even go enhanced, considering mid-range model support showing, more instability. The lower-level jet is not as strong as previous events, but it does seem like I think they'll probably add a enhanced risk, probably for wind. And if they do for tornadoes, I don't think it would be significant tornado threat, probably 10% non-sig. If they did decide to do that here for Saturday. That's my opinion. like I said, take that how you want. I mean, obviously, you know, everyone has their own opinion, so you know that's just what I believe. Could be a possibility. And I'm not the Storm Prediction Center, obviously. I can't tell you that exactly, but I can tell you what I believe. I think is going to be the concern, as well as, you know, essentially overall, you know, eventually what ends up being the overall thing here. So, anyways, let's see here. Let's see. I meant Friday, sorry. Oh, okay. So Friday, honestly, I don't know. It seems like there's a lot of uncertainty for Friday, considering that there's a big cap that's in effect across those regions, you know, from some of the models. So storms might have a little hard time firing off. But the more information we gather, the more, you know, we'll be able to tell about that. But right now, I don't think it's needed at the moment. Anyways, all right, let's go ahead and do zip codes here, y'all. We're going to go ahead and jump right on into it. So I've seen SPC Fort Smith, once we take a look here, at 72941. Let's go ahead and hop over here. Hold on, change this to radar. For some reason, it does not let me look up areas on the model view. Okay, let's see. So 72941, 72941, across portions here of Arkansas. Okay, so yeah, you, my friend, are on kind of the, you know, kind of the northwestern stretch, in which if you look at the program above me, you know, for that region you're at, obviously in Fort Smith, you're not in the 15% region per se, you're close to it, but I would definitely say that you are in the risk for severe weather. You might even be in it actually for day 3. Let me double check on that. You know what I'm going to do? Pretty sure day 3 works for categorical updates here. Yeah, so yeah, for day 3, come Friday, you're actually in a marginal threat, which is a level 1 severe weather threat. So yeah, come Friday, late Friday, early Saturday, you are at risk for a bit of severe weather. So I'd keep an eye out there for that here overall. Let me actually do something for you guys real quickly. Let me add a text real quick. Let's see here. I'm going to do Friday. Oh, that's... Hold on a minute. I got to update. There we go. Friday. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do this. Bear with me, y'all. You're seeing some crazy, crazy stuff happen. So this is Friday. Let's make that look a little bit smaller. It's a little too big. There we go. Okay, so there's Friday's event, and we'll do it. We'll add a text here as well for Saturday. How about that? Let's see here. Oh. I have my caps lock on here. So here's Saturday, which is the main event here. There we go. Okay, perfect. So that way you guys don't get mixed up on the days we're looking at and stuff like that. So anyways, all right, let's get on back into it, y'all. So we did look at SPCs. Next up, we have Intense Fury. Once we take a look here at 98382. 98382, cross portions here of Washington. Gotcha. So the thing is, for you guys out there, like I was mentioning in the upper northwest, is, you know, the constant battering of precipitation. You guys are getting a bit right now. There's another wave of precipitation coming here for the 9th. So for the 9th, I'd watch out for it. Now, obviously, with the severe weather event, yeah, you're far away from the severe weather event, so you're not expecting severe thunderstorms overall. But when it comes to it, yeah, there's been a little bit of rain today. It's really just going to be raining for the next couple of days on and off. But another big event that's going to be rolling through for basically the late 9th into the early 10th overall. So that is that's something to look out there for. Let's see here. Kimberly, thank you so much for becoming a Category 1 Hurricane member. Thank you so much, Kimberly. Greatly appreciated. Big thank you to you, Kimberly. Y'all give Kimberly a big thank you. That is very sweet of you. Much appreciated, my friend. Thank you so much. That is awesome. Very, very sweet of you, my friend. Let's see here. So, yeah. So, across the upper northwest, yeah, not a whole lot more than that. Just all of that going on there. Let's see. Eric says, what do I think the storm will carry in with it? So, the main event here comes Saturday. Across East Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi, even Tennessee. Main concern is damaging winds, tornadoes, and large hail. All hazards are possible. So, damaging winds, tornadoes, large hail is a concern. So, look out there for that. Look out there for that. You know, that's kind of the main thing we're looking for. Let's see. All right, next up, we have ourselves EM. Once we take a look here at 75568. All right, let's see here. 75568 cross portions here of Texas. Gotcha. Okay. Wow, look at that. So you're right on the edge of that level 1 severe weather threat come Friday. So Friday, there's a chance for some thunderstorms, for basically late Friday, early Saturday, chance for some thunderstorms. But I will mention, though, look at this. You are in the 15% margin here come Saturday. So early Saturday, I think you could be at risk there. So, we'll be live for it, early Saturday. There's actually 2 days of coverage I'm planning. Probably late Friday, I plan on being live, and late Saturday, I'll be live. It's kind of a 2-day event type of thing. But yeah, so you are actually right there in that 15% region, though. So for Saturday, between Friday and Saturday, be on the lookout there for severe weather, as you are in the risk out there. All right, let's see here. Haley wants me to take a look here at 71111. 71111. That's a very easy zip code to remember. So you, my friend, are in the northwest side. So yeah, you're kind of in the big threat out there for for severe weather come Saturday. So for Saturday, you are in the big severe weather threat, so you need to be on the lookout. You need to be aware of the situation here. Like I was mentioning, a couple tornadoes, damaging winds, large hail cannot be ruled out. That's kind of the main concerns here. So we'll keep an eye on it. Like I said, just keep an eye on the weather over the next couple of days. And like I said, whenever the event does happen, we'll be live for it to help you out with the coverage and stuff. So Haley, stay safe out there and remain weather aware, my friend. All right, let's see. Eric wants me to take a look here at 77505. Gotcha. 77505, cross portions here of Texas. Okay, so you're out there by Houston, actually. Looks like you're out there by Houston. So here's the thing. My friend, you are in the risk out there. You're on the kind of the southern extent of that 15% risk area, so you are still at risk for severe weather come Saturday. So Saturday, there's a risk for severe weather. Once again, tornadoes, large hail, damaging winds, all hazards are on the table, in which you need to be looking out there for it here overall. I'm going to start doing timing for you guys regarding, what time the storms could potentially fire off here. Now, the models aren't, very accurate on that quite yet, but it's more of an estimate than anything. I'll give you, not an exact time, but I'll give you a window of kind of when you can expect that. So for Houston, it's going to be happening here for late Friday and early Saturday, it looks like, overall. So that is when you need to be on the lookout there. All right, let's see here. XM Virus wants me to take a look here at 72019. Let's see here. 72019. Oh, hold on. 72019. Here we go. Okay, you, my friend, are in Arkansas. Let's see here, kind of on the central side. So yeah, you, my friend, are literally in the smack dab middle upper portion of the risk area. So yeah, you are in the risk area. Once again, all hazards possible. Tornadoes, large hail, damaging winds for the entire 15% region. So you need to be on the lookout there. The timing for you, it looks like, is going to be basically between... Actually, it seems like the event happens here for pretty much the 9th, for the most part. Yeah, mostly for the 9th here. Once again, the models are still a little hazy regarding the timing here, but overall, let's see here. That's kind of when I would expect those storms to actually pop off there, is here for the 9th. So, anyways. All right. Next up, we have ourselves, Arkham wants me to take a look here at 38375. See here, 38375, cross portions here of Tennessee. Gotcha. Okay, so you, my friend, let's see, I believe you're actually, oh wow, you're right on the edge of that, aren't you? I think you're right on the edge of that. So you are in the 15% risk area. So you are at risk come Saturday for severe weather. So keep an eye out there for it. So this will be for pretty much late Saturday is when you're going to be getting the event here. So late Saturday, just after sunset, I'd say, is probably when you're going to see those storms. So be careful out there, my friend. All right, let's see. What time will the event start for South Central Louisiana? It looks like the event's going to pop off here for the late night, kind of around the same time it's going to be hitting Tennessee. So, because it's positively tilted, meaning it has an arc to it. It's kind of curved. It's not just straight up and down. It's kind of at an angle. So, yeah, it's going to be going through Tennessee, Mississippi, through Louisiana here for the evening of the 9th. So, all right, let's see. So last person. Okay, so let's see. Do I think there'll be a slight risk for Sunday in North Carolina? Gabriel, I'm not going to go out that far quite yet, considering there's a lot of uncertainty between the models. Some models show, some instability available for those regions for thunderstorm activity, but some of the models also have it kind of broken and that cold front really breaking up and not really doing too much. I'm going to say it's possible for a marginal at least. I think that's a good possibility, but I don't know about a slight quite yet, but we'll keep you in the loop with that. If I think it'll be popping up here, I'll let you know. All right, let's see here. Hull wants me to take a look here at Middleburg, Florida, 32068. Let's see here, 32068. So for Florida, what is this? Okay, you're up there by Jacksonville, kind of, that region. So when it comes to it, though, for like the southeast, regarding severe weather and stuff, you'll be getting it here for pretty much the evening, afternoon of the 10th. Including me as well. Florida's going to be getting it here for basically the afternoon, evening of the 10th here. There is a good chance that we could see a bit of strong, potentially maybe severe thunderstorms out of it. So we'll just have to see how that does play out. But right now, there's no risk from the SPC, but the models, it looks possible. It does look possible. All right, let's see here. Ricky wants me to take a look here at 76247. Let's see here, 76247, cross portions here of Texas. So you, my friend, are kind of north of Dallas area. So you're not in the 15% risk area. Honestly, I don't really think you're going to have too much of a concern because, across that northern section of Texas, it seems like we have a cap that's in effect here for some of these regions here, which would basically make thunderstorms hard to fire off, if fired off at all. So right now your chances seem pretty low of seeing anything really crazy. But if it does update, over the next couple of days, we're gonna be doing live streams, and so mention it to me tomorrow or the day after, and I'll give you more of an updated view, I should say, overall. All right, let's see here. Let's see, what about Wade County? Gabriel, can you give me a zip code for that? Also, like I said, North Carolina's a little hard to tell right now, so we'll keep an eye on it. All right, let's see. Viruses, thanks, Andrew. No problem. You're very welcome, my friend. Saul wants me to take a look here at 66502. Gotcha. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and bring that back up. Actually, let's remove that circle. All right, you said 66502 for portions of Kansas. Gotcha. So basically northeast Kansas. So you, my friend, we are not expecting any severe weather or any thunderstorm activity out there. Honestly, this event is mostly going to keep you dry, believe it or not. So you're really not going to see much out of this event at all. So yeah, no, you should be good. Should be fine. All right. Let's see. Bella says hello. I was at church, so I missed it. Oh, you're good. Well, glad to have you here. Let's see. Ricky says thanks. No problem. Y'all are very welcome. KDGF says, what's up, Andrew? Not much. Hope you're doing good, man. All right. Let's see, KDGF7 wants me to take a look here at 44125. 44125, cross portions of Ohio. Okay, so you're up there by kind of near Cleveland. So the severe weather will not reach up that high up to the north. However, you will probably see a little bit of rainfall out of it. Probably not too much, honestly. But I will tell you, the main thing I would look out there for is after this event here. So you can see the event rolls through, a lot of rainfall. Now, there is talk in the models that a lot of lake effect snow could possibly happen. I did not really mention that quite yet, but here for the 11th, looks like we could be seeing a bit of lake effect snow out there towards the Great Lakes region. So that could be something to look out in the forecast for as well. So regarding lake effect, KDGF, it's possible. Definitely is possible, but we'll look more into that here whenever it gets a little closer. I mean, considering that this point in time is over 100 hours out, so it's a little bit hard to tell at the moment. All right, let's see here. 35461, please. I've got some wisdom teeth. Let's see, cannot tomorrow. I'm kind of nervous for Saturday and Sunday. Okay, so 35461. Let's see here. Let me double check. 35461. Okay, 35461. Cross portions here, Alabama. Okay, so yeah, you, my friend, when it comes Saturday, you're not in the risk area per se, but I do think that the severe weather will continue for those regions there. You'll probably get it for the morning of the 10th, which I believe that's Sunday. So Sunday morning, right now, there's not a risk out there, but I wouldn't be surprised if you were going to be in the risk for potential severe weather. So we'll have to keep an eye on it. Let's see. Not as important as down south, but can you give me a wind speeds for 13302? Of course, 13302 for New York. Okay, so we were looking at the wind speed. So let's see, we're going to hop to full screen here. So the GFS model, the one we're looking at right now, shows those winds getting up to, so here for the 10th, right around the afternoon, probably wind gusts, remember, this is what winds could peak at, could be up to 30 to 40 miles per hour, it looks like. 30 to 40 miles per hour, according to the GFS model. The European model, like I said, it's obviously good to gather more than one opinion, because, like I said, obviously, it's never a good thing to just forecast off of one model, because, models are not always correct. However, when it comes to that time, about 20 to 30 knots gusts. This one shows a little bit less, the European model, but I'd say between 30 and 40 miles per hour seems to be a good possibility out there for the winds. All right, let's go and hop on back here. Let's see. Next up, we have Anthony saying, hello, what time will it be in 72076? 72076, cross portions here of Arkansas. Okay, so the timing for you, my friend, let's see, let me pull that up real quickly. The main event's going to be popping off here, it looks like, for essentially, let's see, throughout the, okay, so yeah, you are in the main risk here come Saturday, so it looks like actually early Saturday, from what it seems. Probably late Friday, early Saturday is whenever the event seems to be popping off here, according to the models. Now, once again, the timing is a little unknown right now, or a little bit off probably, because we don't have that much mid-range model support quite yet. So tomorrow, whenever we do our live stream, we'll have a lot more of an understanding on the potential timing of the event. All right, let's see. Noah says Central Illinois on Saturday. So Saturday for Central Illinois, we do not have any severe weather risk out there. However, it does look like we'll probably see a bit of rain roll through for the 9th and the 10th. It looks like the most of the rain, though, is going to pass to your south. Most to your south. So, let's see. All right. See, just rain and thunder. I'm worried of having a Christmas party. Gotcha. So yeah, Noah. The thing is, though, dude. Yeah, like I said, it probably just a boatload of rainfall. That's about it. Honestly, you should be good. You should be fine. Stacy says, "What is it looking like in East Tennessee? 37821. 37821. Cross portions here of Tennessee. So you, my friend, we are not at any risk right now for severe weather. The events. Honestly, okay. So the models, let me actually bring you all over to the models real quickly for this. Because it looks like the models kind of drop off a bit on the event as it approaches some of those regions there. We'll take a look at the GFS model here overall. So whenever it comes to like the energy for thunderstorms, it becomes very thinned out, honestly. I don't see much of a big concern regarding severe weather. I cannot rule out a couple of thunder showers, though. It's possible. But honestly, yeah, for the most part, I think you're good. Yeah, the severe weather is going to happen to relatively your south and not as much for you. So I think you'll be good. Probably just a little bit of thunder showers and a bit of rainfall. That's probably all you're probably going to see from what it looks like. Okay, let's see here. Marcia says, thanks for personal forecast. No problem. Let's see here. 15063, cross portions here of Pennsylvania. So this is in the southwestern quadrant. Let's go and hop on back here to the main part. So this is in the southwestern side here of Pennsylvania. I can tell you this, there's no threat for severe weather regarding any thunderstorms or anything like that. You are good, my friend. But what I will say, though, let's see here. My models are loading real quickly. But what I will say, though, is that there is probably going to be quite a bit of rainfall here for basically starting of the late 9th and through the 10th, it looks like. So through the 9th and the 10th, probably going to see a good amount of rainfall. The accumulation right now is not so much known, honestly, but we'll keep an eye on it. We'll keep an eye on it. It looks like a good amount, possibly. Okay, let's see. Okay. Next up, we have ourselves Crystal. Wants me to take a look here at 45431. 45433. Oh, hold on, that's 2. 45431 in Ohio. Okay, so you, my friend, when it comes to Southwest Ohio, we are not at risk for any severe weather. You'll probably get a little bit of rain out of this here. It'll probably happen between the morning, probably for the morning of the 10th, it seems like, timing-wise. But honestly, I don't think you're going to see too much out of this, honestly. So, I think you should be fine. You'll be alright. Alright. Do I cover Eastern Iowa? Of course. Yeah, I cover everywhere in the U.S. Everywhere in the United States. Stacy says, thank you so much. You're very welcome, Stacy. No problem. Let's see. All right. April says, man, I thought things turned for the worse when it comes down to potential robust storm. I've seen and read the thumbnail because it says this is crazy. It is. Like I said, they did extend. They made the event a lot bigger overall. Models are now trending in a lot higher favorability of more instability in the atmosphere, allowing for, more of a bigger event potentially. Like I said, SPC showing tornadoes, large hail damaging winds. It could definitely get pretty crazy for sure. All right, let's see. Justin says, hey, so everybody keeps saying Sunday we're getting snow, but how can it snow when it be in the 50s? So where is that at, Justin? Yeah, usually, it can theoretically snow in the 50s. It's actually possible, but it would not stick, obviously. Let's see. I'm in Indiana. Gotcha. So, let's see. Let me go ahead and bring up the model. So I'm going to hop you down here to the region here. So, when it comes to it, let's see. We're going to have to hop in towards the north central U.S. When it comes to it here, regarding precipitation and all that stuff. So we have the cold front that rolls through. It cools down those conditions. It really doesn't show too much snowfall. The thing I was talking about, though, is for the potential here of, like I said, the potential of a bunch of lake effect snow after the event rolls through for the 11th overall. So I would keep an eye out there for it for the most part. But yeah, but when it comes to it, though, like I was saying, though, it looks like a bunch of lake effect snow, but that's mostly for, like, Michigan and Ohio, not so much Indiana. I don't know where you're hearing snow from, because it does not look like any snow events popping up anytime soon. So, anyways, let's see here. All right, so Shelby says, what's in store for 52772? Let's see here. 52772, cross portions here of Iowa. Gotcha. Okay, so the eastern side of Iowa, we are not expecting any severe weather to be happening anytime soon. We're not expecting severe weather regarding, thunderstorms and stuff like that. When it comes to it, though, honestly, it kind of looks like we could see a little bit of rainfall out of this event here for the 9th, it looks like. But honestly, really not that much of literally hardly any impacts expected for you. So you should be good. There's really no concern out there. Let's see here. Jackson wants me to take a look here at 38671. 38671 cross portion of Mississippi. Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, you, my friend, are in the 15% or the big risk area here come Saturday. Overall, so Saturday, I would keep an eye out there for it. Once again, tornadoes, large hail, damaging winds is a concern here, so we'll have to be on the lookout there for it. But the event's going to be happening here mostly for late Saturday. So we'll have to keep an eye out there for late Saturday as you are in that risk area. So be careful, my friend. Be careful out there. Let's see. Is there any supercells anywhere? At the current moment, no. No, not in the U.S. There's no supercells right now. Let's see. So disappointed, Indiana. Yes, gets nothing. Always goes around us. Yeah, I lived in Kentucky, and I did notice that a lot of the regions, especially in like southern Indiana, tends to miss quite a few events. Although it really kind of seems like that no matter where you're at, though. I think it's just because you're always watching the weather around you and not, hold on. It always seems like you don't get much where you're specifically at because you're more focused on weather around you. But sometimes you do. get it in your vicinity, I should say. But it's just you're more focused on the weather around you rather than what's happening for you. So not every time you're going to get what's happening around you. Let's see. Also, can I say hi to Matt? He's a huge fan of yours, watches all your streams. Well, hello, Matt. Hope you're doing good. Hope you are doing all right. Glad to have you here. What's up, Dogman? Hope you're doing good as well. Mason says, thanks. No problem. No problem at all. But anyways, my friends, well, if y'all have any questions, feel free to let us know. Any zip codes, anything like that. We'll be here for you. Like I said, we'll keep an eye on the event here for the next couple of days here overall. And like I said, when it comes to Saturday. Saturday, I mean, that's where the main event's going to be happening for evening of Saturday. I mean, the models, like I said, GFS and NAM, starting to show some pretty good uptrends, maybe in a bit of instability there. Before we were talking about 500 to 1,000 joules per kilogram. Now we're talking about 1,000 to maybe 1,500 some spots. So a good amount of thunderstorm juice. The energy for thunderstorms is there. Let's see, the lower level winds, low level jet stream seems to be decent. I mean, not anything absolutely crazy. I mean, regarding the jet alone, it's not anything extreme, but it's something that could spawn a couple of tornadoes. I definitely do think multiple tornadoes could be possible here. But yeah, overall, I mean, things are starting to line up here. Like I said, the moisture at the surface too is actually pretty crazy. Good amount of good amount of moisture here for the kind of the mid upper 60s. Perfect. It's kind of that Goldilocks zone for moisture at the surface overall. So that is that. Let's see here. I find this to be the warmest December. 50-degree weather. I doubt we'll ever see White Christmas. Honestly though, you never know. You never know. Weather patterns flip-flop very rapidly. They do. In which honestly, I would not be surprised if we if we did see that for December. For this month. The weather patterns have been crazy lately. They really have been. Now, obviously, yeah, it is a little too early to tell who's going to see snow for Christmas. We'll usually take a look at that about a week or so, depending on the amount of support we have. But we'll start talking about that later on. Obviously, right now, it's a little way too early. Let's see. Catman says, let's see, what? How about 74037? So for Tulsa, you, my friend, on the marginal, come late Friday, early Saturday. So watch out there. I think your main concern is probably going to be damaging wind gusts overall. But honestly, yeah, Catman, I don't think you're going to see too much craziness out of this event here, as the event mostly amplifies as it goes east of you. So that is, that is kind of what we're seeing here. Let's see. See, how do I get that radar? Which radar? This one? Right here. This one is called GR2 Analyst. So check on GR2. I think grlevelx.com. Not a sponsor or anything, like I said, but when it comes to it, grlevelx.com is overall that. But all right, my friends. Well, that is going to go ahead and wrap up the live stream. Like I said, we've been live for a little bit over an hour. So, like I said, we're going to go ahead and call it for now. I know a lot of people are, trying to wind down and stuff like that. So, but anyways, I really appreciate y'all for joining us. A big thank you to all of our supporters out there. Mark, Linda, Polar Vortex, all of you guys. Thank you all for being here. You guys are absolutely the best. Proxy's here. Proxy, you caught us at the last minute. I got you, though. What's up, Proxy? Hope you're doing good. Thank you so much for being a member, Category 4 member for 15 months. Wow. Saying hi, everybody. Good to be supporting the best weather channel on YouTube. Andrew Rocks, what is the table for 44132? Gotcha. Proxy, thank you so much. Much love to you. Let's see here. But whenever it comes to it here overall, regarding the event, let's go ahead and see. We're going to take a look, because I remember where you're at, Proxy. Unless if that's a different zip code. Let me double check just to be safe. 4413232. Okay, gotcha. So yeah, so for you, Proxy, no severe weather is expected out of this event here. Let's see, I'm going to go ahead and hop you to the models, though. So no severe weather is expected, although there is something I do want to talk to you about. And that is the threat for maybe some snow. That is the threat for maybe some snow. I know you probably don't like that. I know how much you love your snow proxy. But after the event, you can kind of see here, come basically for the 11th, kind of like the morning of the 11th, it looks like. After this event rolls through, we're getting a big, cold front system rolling through the U.S. here. After the event rolls through, as we're going to get a lot of cooler air that's going to be rubbing up against the Great Lakes here. Essentially, what's going to be happening here overall is we are going to be seeing, that cooler air roll over the warm Great Lakes and generating a lot of lake effect snow potentially here for the 11th. So obviously it's a little too early to tell how much we can expect out of it, considering it's still like 5 or so days out. But typically once these big storm systems roll through, as the wind pushes cooler air over the warmer lakes, it does generate lake effect snow. So yeah, that kind of seems to be your main concern here. I mean, like the GFS model shows it as well. As you can see, a bunch of lake effect out there. Icon shows it. So that seems to be the thing overall. So we'll keep an eye on it. Let's see here. Proxy. Sad with the... Yeah, I hear you, Proxy. I hear you. So more lake effect snow seems to be possibly on the way here for the 11th. So we'll keep an eye on it. Let's see. Mason, let's take a look here at 44060. Let's see here. 44060. Cross portions here of Ohio. Gotcha. Wait, hold on. Let me redo that. Is that the same area we just talked about? 44060. Hold on. 44060. That's like literally like the same area right around where Proxy is at. It's pretty crazy. Anyways, but when it comes to it, yeah, same thing for you. I mean, once again, the event here that's going to be rolling through, I mean, you'll probably get a little bit of rainfall, actually. That goes for you too, Proxy. You might get a little bit of rain for the 10th. It's going to start off as rain. And as that cooler air kind of pulls in from the back here, we're going to be seeing ourselves, a lot of that cooler air generating some lake effect. So we're going to get that lake effect generation start to kick off there here overall. Prox says, thank you. Very welcome, Prox. No problem. No problem. Let's see. What's up, Pilot? Hope you're doing good. Glad to have you here. Yeah, Mason, we just did your zip code, 44060. Yeah, so once again, the thing you got to look out there for is the, a little bit of lake effect snow on the back end side of this event here coming up, once again, for the 11th. Let's see. But anyways. Let's see, what time zone? Wait, what are you talking about? Kevin, are you talking about me? What time zone am I in? I'm pretty sure you might know where I'm at. If you're talking about me, I'm in Eastern time. Let's see. Chronic Ninja says, what is my thoughts on this big storm turning into more of a straight line wind event? Let's see. Also, 38343. So the event here, the main system is going to be a long line of storms, a big squall line. So when it comes to it, whenever it comes to it here, we are, we're going to be seeing main concerns being straight line wind damage, tornadoes, and large hail. So that does seem to be a main concern, is the wind damage, for sure. You also wanted me to take a look here at 38343, 38343, cross portions here of Tennessee. When it comes to it here, my friend, so yeah, you are in the new extension. The Storm Prediction Center actually put out that 15% risk out there for severe weather here come Saturday. And for Saturday, we are seeing ourselves, that 15% risk for your region. So once again, damaging winds, tornadoes, and large hail cannot be ruled out. So it's possible. It's a possibility. So be safe out there, my friend. We'll keep you in the loop overall. But anyways, so that's what's going on there. Let's see here. Charla, is that your name? Charla wants me to take a look here at another zip code, or sorry, not another zip code, or in general, a zip code. Wants me to take a look here at 72927. Let's see, 72927, cross portions here of Arkansas. Okay, so come, let's see here, Friday. So you're actually in a marginal risk, which is a severe threat level 1 out of 5. So this is a low-end severe weather potential. So a couple of damaging wind gusts. I'd say a couple isolated tornadoes within western Arkansas could be possible. It's possible overall, but the odds are not really that heavy. Not really that heavy. But once we work our way out there into Saturday, that threat will actually increase. So for late Friday, into early Saturday, that's your overall, expectancy. That's your overall impacts for the most part. So I would definitely keep an eye on it. Definitely would. Let's see. Crystal says, "Don't forget to like the stream and subscribe." Thank you, Crystal. Much appreciated. But like I said, y'all, if y'all have any questions before we roll off here tonight, like I said, we've been live for over an hour here. It's getting a little late. I know a lot of you guys are, going to bed and stuff like that. So, but like I said, if there's any final questions you guys might have for me, feel free to let me know. Like I said, once again, thank you guys to all the supporters here, all the donators today. You guys are awesome. Huge shout out obviously goes to, first of all, Proxy. Thank you so much for the membership. Mark for multiple donations. Let's see, Linda, Polar Vortex MP. You guys are super sweet. Crystal as well. Cannot forget about you. Thank you guys so much. It really helps me out. Huge thank you to you all. Much love to you. Let's see here. Chronic says, about what time will this hit Tennessee? So the timing is still a little odd right now. Whenever it comes to it, we still have mostly long-range model supports at this moment. We're starting to get some mid-range models coming through. But the main event's going to be happening here for probably the late 9th into the early 10th. That's around the time I can tell you overall. But, that is, that's what we're looking at there. Let's see here. Kayla says, what does 46176 look like? Let's see, 46176. So you, my friend, are in Indiana. So when it comes to it, let's go and hop back to full screen here. We do not have any threats for severe weather. So we're good regarding that. You might see a little bit of rain between the 9th and the 10th, but honestly, nothing more than just some rain. That's honestly kind of what we're looking at. So really not a whole lot. Really not a whole lot going on out there. Let's see here. Weather Tracker says Dallas, Texas. So Dallas is mostly to the west of the main threat here. I will say, Dallas should keep an eye out there for a couple thunderstorms. Can't be ruled out. Considering you're right next to the main event here. Dallas, I would keep an eye out there for it here for pretty much late Friday, early Saturday. We'll keep an eye on it overall, and I'll keep you informed. Let's see here. Kevin says Andrew tries to end. Hey, as long as you guys have any questions, I'm gonna be here for you. Like I said, we'll be live here for tomorrow too. We'll be live here tomorrow. Obviously every day until the event pops off here. Basically for Friday and the Saturday. Friday night I'm gonna go live. Saturday night I'm gonna go live for the event here. So, we'll be here. We'll be here for y'all. So I want to make sure you guys are prepared and make sure you guys are up to date. All that stuff. So, anyways, let's see. Christmas is still a few weeks away. It is. It is. Let's see. Thank you for seeing if any big changes happen. Always appreciate you. You're very welcome, Kayla. No problem. Let's see. I have not been a fan of the way the weather has been this year. I hear you. A lot of people aren't happy with it. April says, is there still some uncertainty about instability of the potential robust storm system for this weekend? So, the models have been doing better on the instability values. As you remember, I don't know if you were here, I think you were, yesterday. Most of the models, like the GFS, were kind of showing the Cape being in the 500 to 1,000 joules per kilogram mark. But right about now, it seems like the event has upticked. Not just from the GFS, but now the fact we're starting to get some longer range, mid-range, support here from the NAM. You can see that there is pockets across like Louisiana showing over 1,000 joules per kilogram, which is more than enough instability really needed for severe thunderstorms at a minimum. So, yeah, it seems like there's an uptrend regarding the available energy in the atmosphere overall. So that's that. We'll keep an eye on it, though. We'll definitely have to look out there for how this continues to trend over the next couple of days. Let's see here. Di Harris says, will it increase? I'm at 38351. Let's see here. 38351 cross portions here of Tennessee. Okay, so you, my friend, you're right on the edge of that 15% margin overall. So you're close. You're really close to the main event here overall. I would keep an eye out there, though, for late Saturday. But right now, I think you're just outside of that 15% risk area. Let's see here. Let's see. Good night. All right, see you later, Chronic. Thanks for joining. Let's see, weather's been messed up this year for Florida. Yeah, it's been pretty dry, actually. It was actually this way last year for me, too, when I was down here in Florida. Let's see. April says intensity, not instability. Oh, okay. So intensity-wise, I do think that, the overall intensity has pretty much remained around the same for the most part, but the thing is that the overall general area has increased. So basically now we're including western, portions of Tennessee included in this risk area overall. But with the higher instability, though, storms could be a little bit stronger. They could be. At least their updrafts, thermodynamic-wise, will be a lot stronger, which, would ultimately help out with the storm's severity. So, honestly, yeah. Let's see. Don't do coffee. It's bad for you. I don't think coffee's too bad for you. I've actually heard that it's actually pretty good for you. I guess you talk about the caffeine. That's probably not the best part, but coffee itself, I think, is actually pretty good for you, from what I've heard. But anyways, my friends, well, if there's any final questions you guys might have before we roll off here tonight, like I said, let me know. We'll be here for y'all. If you have not already, consider joining our Discord. We have it down in our description. You guys can check all that out. And, like I said, just thank you all for joining us. Thank you all for hanging out with us here for tonight. Once again, tomorrow, sorry tonight's live stream was a little bit later than normal. I actually kind of overslept with a nap. I was a little tired today. But tomorrow, I'm going to shoot for 8 o'clock. I'm going to shoot for 8 o'clock here tomorrow. So we will try our hardest to be here for 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern for more updates on the latest information with the models and the overall SPC and stuff like that. But let's see. April says thank you. You're very welcome. You're very welcome, April. No problem. Thank you for joining us, guys. If there's anything else I can do for you before we roll off here, feel free to let me know. Like I said, I really appreciate all of you being here today, hanging out with us, talking about the weather, all that fun stuff. But, if there's anything else I can help you guys with here for tonight, let me know. And if not, then we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here for tonight. Once again, big thank you to our supporters out there, y'all. Seriously, Mark, thank you so much, dude. Big thank you to Mark, Proxy. Let's see here. Also, we had obviously Crystal. We had Linda, Polar Vortex MP. Thank you guys so much for all your support. Much love to you guys, and just thank you all for being here. Thank you all for being a big part of this channel, and I really appreciate every single one of you guys. Let's see. Captain says thank you all for tuning in. Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you guys. Let's see. Proxy says I'll try to be on time for next stream. Well, I hope to see you there, Proxy. Once again, thank you for joining, and thank you for helping us out, Proxy. You absolutely rock. That's gonna go ahead and do it. Ain't nothing wrong with drinking coffee. Just don't drink too much of it. That's true. That's true. But all right, guys. Well, you all take care. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your night. And we're gonna go ahead and head over here to the ending screen, my friend. Now the stream's gonna head off here in approximately 2 minutes. So if you want to go ahead and say goodbye to your friends, family, anybody you're hanging out with in the chat, go ahead and say your final goodbyes. And all right, well, you guys take care. Once again, everybody, thank you for joining us. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your night, and we will catch you guys here tomorrow. Peace out, my friends. See you then. Tyler, or Ty, nothing for Eastern Michigan, honestly. Not seeing a whole bunch of, especially severe weather related. Nothing severe weather-wise. Let me do a quick little check. I would keep an eye out there for lake effect snow on the backside of the storm system here for the 10th and the 11th. But overall, that's that. All right, y'all. Take care, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow.